be done. No, I am not going to propose.
What am I proposing?
You don't need to know.
Oh, okay.
Don't be duped, Heidi. Don't.
Oh, you hear this voice coming in from somewhere.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City Council meeting of May 21st, 2019. All please rise and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Start with the roll call of the council. Councilmember Sparks.
Here.
Councilmember Herr.
Here.
Councilmember Wilkie.
Yes, sir.
Councilmember Monsieur.
Here.
Councilmember Herr. Oh, excuse me, Councilmember Cossey.
Here. The other Richard.
Ready to answer
Get
that.
back right on the right page. Councilmember Stokes. Council Vice President McGee.
Here?
And Council President Eaton.
Here.
Next up is approval of the minutes of May 7th, 2019.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve the City Council minutes of May 7, 2019.
Second.
And moved and seconded to approve the minutes of City Council minutes of May 7th, 2019. Is there any public comment? Is there any council discussion?
Call the question.
Have the question been called for? All in favor of the approval of the minutes of May 7th, 2019, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 7-0. Next up is correspondence. Under correspondence, you have a Chamber of Commerce minutes from April 11, 2019, and the Laurel Chamber of Commerce agenda for May 10, 2019. Next is council disclosure of ex parte communications. Anybody on the council that had been engaged in any conversation with anyone who had given them information regarding anything on the agenda for tonight that would change how they may vote on an item, that should also disclose that to the rest of the council. Please state that. Seeing none, we'll move on to public hearing, for which we have none. Next on the agenda is the consent items. Is there any separation of the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve the consent agenda of May 21 of 2019.
Second?
Been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda for May of 2019. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion?
Call the question.
The question been called for. All in favor of the approval of the consent agenda for May 2019, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 7-0. Next up is ceremonial calendar, for which we have none, and reports of boards and commissions, for which we have none. Next up is audience participation. Well, we have a 3-minute limit. Citizens may address the council regarding any item of city business that's not on tonight's agenda. Comments regarding tonight's agenda items will be accepted under scheduled matters. The duration, of course, again, for an individual speaking under the audience participation is limited to 3 minutes. While all comments are welcome, the council will not take any action on any item that's not on the agenda. Dan Carl Koch, would you like to come up, state your name and address? And
Carl Dan Koch, I live at 320 Colorado. Council, Mayor, I think you guys know what I'm here for, and I hope you guys get sick of me pretty soon and do something about this. I have in my hand here a resolution. It's dated April 2010. Resolution R-10 or R10-38. A resolution of the City Council authorizing the donation of millings to the Laurel School District for the completion of a handicap parking lot within Thompson Park. The last part of that says within Thompson Park. For those of you who don't understand that, that's our property, not the school's property. Goes on to say, whereas the school district is requesting assistance with this project, the lot will jointly benefit the city and the school district. There again, the city is us, and the school district is separate. I can go on with the whereases, but what I'm trying to say here is we don't receive any money from the school district to use our property. It is our property, and it said benefit of the city. So we have a restricted parking lot. When I started this project, I found out that there was a problem with it there, with the school buses being parked in there. And I have a grandson, and I have 5 more years of seeing him. I need the parking lot because of my bad leg and I can't walk that far. But other people that want to support their kids and grandkids that come from all over would like to park there too, because it's on public property. It's not the school's property. The school doesn't pay us to use it. There is no limit on it. When we could help them out, we did exactly what Mr. Olson wanted to do, was help the school. At that time, they were short of money or whatever. They do have space on the opposite side of the stadium that they could clear off and build their own parking lot. But that's not what I was after in the first place. The first place I was after was to create space for all of us. I measured it up. I even took a council member up there and showed him where we could change the lot, come in at an angle, and those people could back out and get out, even if there was people parked on the opposite side. Saturday, I drove up there with my handicap sticker hanging in the window, and there's 17 spaces there, and all of them but 2 were legal. And on the opposite side, they were parallel parked to the posts back there, and those people could back out and get out easy enough. When the baseball people pull up there, they pull right up to the sign that says no parking, and they park perpendicular, and I can show you pictures of that. You can't get out if you're parked in the parking in the lot. After I laid out the design of changing it, nobody wanted to spend the money to do that. I then offered to bag the signs. Maybe you'd let the people park there with those signs being bagged. And they didn't go for that either. Anyway, my intention now is to say, let's add 10 foot of millings. And if I have to put a drive out to come up with the funds to it, if we just add a little bit more space to it, if the people want to watch a ball game, pull up there and park that way. It's cold, the wind's blowing, it's raining, and they want to sit in their car and watch the game, why not? If they get a ball in the windshield, that's their problem. And then still we could have the handicap area there. If any of you have been to a volleyball game or a basketball game or anything that's within the school, the auditorium or whatever, why couldn't those people park over there too? I'm telling you, it's a public place that needs public attention. Introduced at this meeting, City Council on April 20th by Councilmember Eaton. I would request that Councilmember Eaton help me get this corrected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dan. Is there any other public comment? Seeing none, then we will move on to scheduled matters. Under scheduled matters, we have number 7, which is a resolution R19-16, which is a resolution approving change order number 1 to the contract for the City of Laurel's wastewater treatment plant, sludge dewatering facilities, and authorizing the mayor to sign all change order documents on the city's behalf.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve the resolution number R19-16.
Been approved and seconded to approve, moved and seconded to approve resolution number R19-16. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion?
I thought we were gonna get some information about this. We talked about it in the workshop, that we were gonna get some information about it. At least that's what I remember. Anyway.
Is there any other council discussion? Having the question been called for, all in favor of resolution number R19-16, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, nay. Motion carried 7-0. Next up is item number 8. Item number 8 is resolution number R19-17. This is a resolution approving change order number 2 to the contract for the City of Laurel's wastewater treatment plant sludge dewatering facilities and authorizing the mayor to sign all change order documents on the city's behalf.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R19-17.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve resolution number R19-17. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion?
Call the question.
Having the question been called for, all in favor of resolution number R19-17, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. That motion carried 7-0. Items removed from the consent agenda. Next up, and we have none. Community announcements. Does anybody have any announcements they would like about the community to bring to the council? Other than parking? We have none. Council discussion. Council members may give the council a brief report regarding any committees or groups they're involved in. Let's start with Council President Eaton.
Thank you. At yesterday's Public Works meeting, we heard that on Tuesday, July 23rd, the Public Works Director would like to plan a tour of the new water treatment facilities. He would like to have definitely the Public Works Committee, the council, and I'm sure he will open it up a little bit further to those others that he might think of. And of course, he will be here to make that announcement more formal, but I wanted to let you all know July is a month that we have 5 Tuesdays. This is the Tuesday that we would normally have off. So if you have not already scheduled some plans, this is certainly a possibility. And that is all that I have. The date is July 23rd.
And is that all you have then?
That is.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Councilmember Sparks.
I have nothing.
Thank you very much. Council Vice President McGee.
Yes, sir. Emergency services met last night. We did not have a quorum, but we continued our discussion about things pressing upon emergency services. Thank you, by the way, for being there yesterday.
Very welcome. Thanks for having me. Is that all?
That's it.
Councilmember Herr.
I have nothing, sir, thank you.
Councilmember Wilkie.
I have nothing, sir, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Closey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This Friday is Poppy Day for the American Legion Auxiliary. They'll be around town along with some American Legion people passing out poppies. Saturday, starting at 9 o'clock, we'll be putting up flags on all veterans' graves at both cemeteries. If you want to come and help, you're welcome to do so. Monday, Memorial Day at 9 o'clock is Memorial Day service at the city cemetery. Representative Vince Rickey will be our guest speaker. And at noon is the Memorial Day service at the Yellowstone National Cemetery. And there will be a gentleman from an undersecretary from the VA will be there. Senator Tester will be there speaking, and a general will be there speaking. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much.
Yes.
So that's all I have. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Councilmember Monsieur.
Well, just like to say, it's nice to be back. I had 13 days of rain back east, and I came back to more rain. So, you know, I guess we need it, but I'm just happy to be back.
Well, we're happy to have you, but now I guess we all know who to blame for having the rain, since it seems as though you brought it with you.
I must have brought it back with me.
Mhm. So we'll hopefully we'll get that out in the paper as well. So. All right. Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Under mayor updates, I really have nothing at this time. Going to have more in the future. There's a lot of things that are happening. We're trying to get moved through behind the scenes. Lots of good things. So it's all positive. From parking to you name it, we're looking at trying to move forward and trying to see the good things happen in the city. One thing that we had, which was on the agenda for the workshop last week, that was pulled for this week, and the council was told that would be brought to the workshop next week, was the change in the large grant amount from $100,000 to $225,000. There were some questions about how much money Laurel was bringing in. There were questions about whether or not, if the city went forward via a vote of affirmative by the council for a large project to extend the TIF district by allowing the district to bond into a large project, thus giving the TIF district another 20 years of life, would we be able to take care of those fiduciary responsibilities as far as the bonding and still manage the district as we do. So we will have those figures put together for you for the next workshop, and we can discuss it at that point. So hopefully that's what everybody was looking for. I listened to the meeting last week, so I did always try to drop in if I can when I'm not available to be here, and when possible. So it sounded like that was the one issue that there was some questions on. So I wanted you to know that. That's all I have under mayor updates. Under scheduled matters, I have nothing. And next item would be adjournment.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion?
Call the question.
Question been called for. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Have a good night.